Hello, hello. We are here with Terra Nullius, and one of my favorite characters just died, and I killed him.
Rip.
So having a little trouble here right now.
He's been like the past Miggy. He's been one of the longest running NPCs in the game.
Yep.
Yep.
And now he dead.
Yeah.
Poor Oatly. So
I cared about him more when Darius was alive. Is that bad?
I know it makes sense. Yeah, you're trying to get into the psyche of this other character, and you're like, yeah, I mean, he's an ogre, I guess. So Toity and Akashi and Miggy get back to camp. And I mean, like, I don't know if we need to like go into the like. We're not gonna like follow the play-by-play of them like running through the jungle and then getting back or whatever. We cut to whatever the next thing is. So Akashi, Toity, Raia, Ari. What's the next thing?
While they were gone, after I did all my stuff, I would have made sure that the shaman's body like wouldn't have been like disposed of in any way.
Okay. Sure.
So it would be preserved for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I probably like as soon as I get back, I probably go to my tent and just kind of also go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, I honestly don't have anything I want to do until the nighttime.
Okay. Yeah. So
I think
yeah.
Akashi would just report to Navarro.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think like everybody just kind of gets up to date on everything that just happened. We cut ahead, right, to everybody knows what happened, that Oatly was mind controlled, something was happening there. Everybody's up to date on this stuff now. And then yeah, Ari, you said you had something to do during the night.
Yeah, I want to go out like and sneak around into the forest.
Into the forest, sure.
Into like sneak into the forest and then back onto the beach just a little bit away.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to perform a funeral for Darius. So like, okay. I know Ryan and I have like the same idea. I literally have been thinking about
but that's the thing,
like,
you're right. Like Ryan didn't tell you about it, and so like
I've literally been thinking about this for 2 weeks. I don't go and get his body because I think that'd just be too hard.
Okay,
so what
sure.
I do instead is I get a bunch of wood and I put it in like the beach for like a bonfire kind of thing, like to symbolize like his body.
Sure.
And then I get a bunch of foliage and make like a bunch of like really cool like swirls all around it, and like it's like something that like my tribe did like for a funeral and to like honor them. And so then I get out a torch box and I light the fire and I like sit down in front of it and like just say a couple things like I think something I do is I sing in Dwarvish, row your boat.
Right. Oh my gosh.
But I sing it like in Dwarvish, like the actual song.
Sure.
And I think I just say something along the lines of, "I'm sorry I couldn't protect you, my friend." And like
that was his job, not yours.
Huh?
That was it was his job to protect Ari's, not.
I know. So like I'm not gonna go into like full detail of like what she says just because I'm not gonna narrate that whole thing, but the idea is that like this is her saying goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like she's gonna move Pat and she's like, you know, basically like she swears a little bit. She's like, I swear on this like god freaking island that I'm gonna murder everything that comes through here. Sure. And like, you know, but I'm, you know, like, so it's like starts off sad and then she just gets angry again and then she's sad. Like she just goes through all the emotions as this fire is like in front of her. And then she just goes back to her tent and sleeps more. And that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to say that Ari does that.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Sounds good. So, I think we pick up the next day. This is probably honestly like a meeting of everybody.
Okay, wait, give me a second to figure out what spells I'm gonna have for today because I have to switch a lot of things around.
Did I get anything from Oatly?
Unless you went back.
No, but like, I'm just wondering like if he ever like gave me something.
I don't think so.
Dang, that would have been nice. Oh well. Can't do anything about that now. Well,
yeah.
Or recover everything at least.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we probably see everybody in
Real quick, I want to
Yeah.
say this would be an amazing reason for Toity to have learned Dispel Magic. Because that was the last 3rd level spell I got. Sorry.
Sure. So everybody is in probably Navarro's tent or near it, and just kind of meeting. This is like the catch up everybody on everything that's happened. I think like everybody's just gotten caught up in everything that happened. And then I think Navarro is just in the process of like introducing Akashi when we pick up the characters. And so yeah, Navarro says, and I would like to introduce you to my colleague Akashi Koju. He's impressed me with his skills, and I believe that he would be a valuable asset in our continued exploration and conquest of the new world. I apologize for not introducing him before now, but he said that he wanted to get a lay of the land himself on his first day here. It seems good that he happened to come across Toity's misadventure, however. And yeah, so Toity, like, you can sense that Navarro is just not happy with you. Like, he's just like, I gave you a chance, buddy, and like, your ogres betrayed everybody, and come on, like, I took a risk, and I took the wrong risk, I think.
Hey, I have my reasoning behind what happened with Oatly.
Right. Yeah, you just haven't had a chance to explain it yet, so.
I think
you can tell that he's
Akashi
mad.
turns to Navarro and says, "Is this the one you mentioned?"
Who are you talking about? Oh, Toity?
Toity, yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you and he nods and he says, unfortunately, yes.
And Akashi just kind of like glances and glares briefly at Toity and then continues to turn away and just...
As he turns away, Toity sticks his tongue out of him.
Of course you do.
Of course.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah.
Say, roll sleight of hand to catch his tongue.
I mean, yeah, honestly, that's what this is, Toity. Roll sleight of hand.
Can I roll stealth? Well, actually, they're the same thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant Jordan's character. Roll sleight of hand to, like, catch his tongue.
Oh.
Oh, literally.
Yeah, I think this is sleight of hand for Toity.
Oh,
too.
frick.
And then what would I roll?
Perception.
Hope you roll lower than 11.
I mean, wouldn't it just be his passive perception?
Probably.
I mean, I think it beats it either
But
way.
I think it would beat it anyway, yeah.
It does, either way.
Yep. Okay, so...
I think Toity's like, yeah, you saw me, but I wasn't trying.
I think when it is, like, he turns away and Akashi just goes, "I heard your tongue, halfling."
Yeah, so I think Navarro, he kind of he looks around and he says, is there anything else, any other business that we want to get into while we're here? Again, I just wanted to introduce you to Akashi, just be caught up on everything that happened, make sure we were all on the same page. Real quick, I would like to remind you all, maybe not remind is the best one, assure you all that Akashi was not and is not meant as a replacement for Darius. He was going to be added to your party despite Darius's untimely demise, but it seems that he is fulfilling a role that Darius has left vacant. I trust that you will all give him a warm welcome and that you will all work nicely together in doing exactly what I desire.
If I may speak up, I actually do have something to add to what is just actually, because I haven't mentioned any of this stuff to anyone yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know it was. I realize now that yes, it was foolish to run off with Captain Miguel. To run off with Captain Miguel without letting anyone else know. But I think what we found out was pertinent to what happened yesterday. And I kind of go on to. Well, actually, I'll say it myself. When I came upon the ogre encampment, I found Oatley and all the rest of the ogres. Well, I thought I found the rest of the ogres asleep. But all I found, because in the end, was it only Oatley that was alive? Were all the rest
yes,
dead?
Yes, they were all dead. And we can even say that you and Akashi went to check it out later, right? Or maybe just Akashi did. And yeah, you found all of the ogres were dead from poison. You found.
I probably wouldn't have gone back yet because I would have had different things to say.
Right. So
like,
I think Akashi went back and like double checked all of this. But yeah, so they all died from poison, and you would have known that very, very easily.
Okay.
And then yeah, Oatley, you saw Oatley's body and his throat slit and all that stuff. So
can I would I have like examined the poison and like kind of try to learn from it?
Yeah, I mean, so
I would like to try to figure out
what kind of poison. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of poison? What constitutes?
Go ahead. Yeah. Do you have what is it, like herbalism kit or whatever it is?
I do.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. That's a proficiency, correct?
It is indeed.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and roll that?
What attribute?
Intelligence.
Bada boom. Come on.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
I mean, this is snake venom, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Freaking snaky snakes.
Write that down.
So yeah, I think Akashi just pipes in. I went back and I checked the camp. All the ogres were poisoned, snake poison, or snake venom.
So, Toy just keep going. Like, when I got there, Audley seemed asleep, and I talked with him, and he seemed off. He seemed drowsy and strange. I detected. How would I say that? Would I just say I cast detect magic on him?
No, you probably would have said like I sensed enchantment magic on him or something.
I sensed enchantment magic on him, and I turned around to check the other ogres. When I turned back, no. He mentioned when I did this. He mentioned something about stumbling upon some visitor in the forest.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And I didn't think much of this until he began to attack. And when we tried to run, I felt a wave of psychic energy go through my mind and paralyze me or stun me. And I have a feeling that may have been the visitor he was talking about. Now, the reason I bring this up is not only to say that the ogres were indeed loyal to us, but it was someone else who came in and turned them. Not Oatley specifically. And that wouldn't be as worrying except for the fact that I think that means it is going to be hard, as much as it pains me to say, it is going to be hard for us to find allies in this land with someone of such power still wandering around.
Yeah, Navarro looks at you and he says, all right, Toity, since Captain Miguel has named you the official diplomat of this expedition, and he just lets that sit for just a second, and Mickey kind of shrinks into himself. What would you advise we do in this situation? Should we continue our negotiations with the ogres, or should we kill every last one of them?
Well, the ogres we were in negotiation with have now all been slaughtered, unfortunately. What I would say we do is I have talked with Raia a bit, and she has a way to talk to Oatley's. He kind of stumbles on this word, but corpse. And we can maybe find out.
Raia's not going to do that on
That's
Oatley.
not at all.
I thought you had to speak with dead.
Yes, but she's going to use it on the shaman.
Well, no, but hear me out. I have a feeling if we cast this on Oatley, we might be able to find out who it is that is doing this. And because I have a feeling that the person who did this is in leagues with with whoever got the ogres to attack us. So if we can find out who...
So there's a couple of things happening right here. Raia, would you have told anyone that you can do this? You haven't done this yet.
Would I know? Because I kind of want to use this as a... I was metagaming a little bit, I won't lie.
I don't think
I don't think anyone knows that Raia
anybody besides Damien. Damien's the one who would know.
So I don't think you would have had that information.
Maybe I could just say, like, if one of their clerics has a way to speak with the dead, because I've known.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe you're like, yeah, maybe Damien can do that. Yeah, let me look at his sheet. See if he has anything.
That's it.
There he is.
Because honestly, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's powerful magic.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a cleric, I guess. So he could. What level is that spell?
3rd.
Yeah, he could do it. Yeah, so I mean, Damien was probably honestly here. So I think he nods.
So maybe I said I talked to Amy. Maybe I say I talked to Damien about this, and he said he could.
Yeah. That makes sense.
As long as
you already talked to him.
The other thing is, what you have to combine with that is also using tongues, so you could speak the language.
That's fine. I can do that. Or just cast Yeah, I can do that.
You can't just cast comprehend languages because he has to be
no,
able
and I can
to
cast
question.
tongues.
Yeah.
Right.
I can cast tongues on anyone.
Yeah, so you just cast tongues at Damien, and then should be able to translate for you. Yeah.
That's it. Like, if we Oatly may be dead, but he can still be useful to us in his death.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Navarro nods and he says, "All right, that seems wise enough." So, but what is our next course of action exactly? Do we attack the ogres? Do we hold up here and wait for them to attack us?
I would, like I was saying, I say we try and find out who it is that is doing this magic and attack from there. Attacking head on won't necessarily help if we are being attacked from the shadows.
Make a persuasion check. Let's see if he takes your advice or not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he nods. He nods. He says, "All right. We'll play it your way for now, Toity. I'll have Damien do that, and we will try to see what information we can gather. What is next on the agenda for you all after we've directly solved the business of the dead ogre?"
I think Ari just looks at him and just says, "We got to finish exploring the rest of the island. We still have a section to cover."
Good. I was hoping that you would say that, seeing as you do have a job.
Yep.
He's not like, I think he was half expecting you guys to, like, someone to say, "Yeah, we're gonna go try to save Darius." Like,
honestly, I would, but Oatly's kind of where I'm going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he was expecting you to say that, or you were
just
expecting
someone?
It?
No. Navarre was expecting someone to say something about, like, yeah, because you had talked to him before about Willow and, like, that whole thing. So he was totally expecting you guys to be like, "Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna go try to save Darius."
That could be like a side stop.
I mean, right, exactly. You guys could just totally do it anyway.
I mean, I'm not telling him that. I mean, it's on the way, so I'm just gonna. We're gonna go explore the rest of the island. Like, I'll probably tell him we'll be back in like 2 weeks, even though it only takes like a couple days.
All right, how about you make a falsehood check then, Ari, just to see?
No, I'm not actually saying that.
Okay, all right.
I think Akashi would pipe in.
Mm-hmm.
Would it make sense to hunt down the other ogres and get the jump on them before they get the jump on us, after communing with the ogre spirit?
I suppose that will have everything to do with what Oatly can tell us.
If this Oatly can give us any helpful information about taking down the rest of his tribe, we may siphon that info.
Yes, of course.
We know where their camp is. It's not going to be hard.
Yeah, but I think the point that Akashi's trying to make is, instead of going to explore, after talking to Oatly, instead of going to explore after that, going to finish off the ogres and then exploring.
Yeah, so
well,
I
again,
think,
it's on the way.
right. Well, that's the thing, right? I think Navarro is kind of like thinking, right? And he says, "Well, I think it will largely depend on what the ogre says. If there is some sort of other force involved here, and it seems like there is some sort of snake people." He kind of like shrugs to himself. Then I suppose that might be a good job for you all to deal with, if it's a small operation like that. But if this is a large-scale assault against the ogre camp, that's something that is my foray. I'd much rather have you doing your job and clearing the rest of this island, making sure there's no surprises that are going to hit us while I'm waging war against the ogres.
Yes, Lord Navarro.
Glad we understand each other.
Always.
Anything else? All right. Well, let's see what the ogre has to say then, shall we? So, how are we gonna do this? Like, Raia, are you gonna go off by yourself and do the other thing first?
Yeah, because
Okay.
my thing was gonna kind of take a little time because I was gonna first go to the orb and ritually cast detect magic.
Did you tell
Around.
us that there's an orb there?
No.
Only her and Damien know about this.
Okay, good, because
Toity would have
Toity would've
flipped his
freaked
lid.
Yeah, so I just want to I don't want to dig it up at all. I just want to cast detect magic and see if
Right,
it
and just see
sense
if it-
anything.
Okay. Yeah. So we see Raia go out. Look at the hole that she
You're
dug.
gonna have
Through
to
the...
add.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to add Oatly to dead.
Oh, no.
No.
How dare you, Jordan?
I have two.
You killed him, like.
Yeah, I know. Don't keep
I have
reminding
two
me.
in there. And one of them deserves to be dead. I mean. Maybe Oatly and Darius are just chilling.
Aw.
I prescribed to that.
Cute.
I
So,
prescribed to that timeline.
Yeah.
so,
Headcanon.
so wait, you got attacked by a snake. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I always said never trust a snake.
So, Raia,
Yeah.
you cast your spell.
I do.
And, yeah, it's not magical.
What?
It is a glass orb. That's all it is. You don't sense any
Okay,
magic.
so I dig it up then because I don't detect any magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I just kind of look at it and I can just see it's a glass orb.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the orb. Like, it legit does. But it's obviously not. It's just...
Is there anything else in the satchel?
No, I don't think so. No, I think it's just this.
Well, in that case, I guess I don't really have to go through completely everything that I was going to do.
Mhm.
But I walk back to camp, and I guess my line of questioning might just be different, and say,
Yeah.
I guess I kind of just go back to camp and say I'm going to talk to the shaman.
Okay.
The ogre shaman.
So is this just you, or is Damien here too? I mean, he said he wanted to be here.
I mean, if Damien wants to be there, I'd just tell him the orb isn't magical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he kind of thinks, he's like, interesting. Well, I have to know the story now. And yeah,
In due time, Damien.
it's like, all right, well, let's go talk to the shaman then.
Okay, so go over to wherever the shaman is.
Mm-hmm.
And first I cast Zone of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so I cast Zone of Truth. Then I cast Tongues on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah, Rai's just burning through spells.
All of them spells.
Yeah. So, yeah. Can you post Speak with Dead in chat real quick? I'm just curious as to
I can
how this
ask 5
manifests.
questions
Okay,
in 10 minutes.
got it. Yeah, so we
It's
see this.
under no compulsion to offer truthful answers, which is why I cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
How are you going to communicate with him?
So Raya, is you just like standing outside the palisade, just right where his body is, and just doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you and Damon are standing over the body, and then suddenly the as you finish the spell, the body sucks in a breath, like, but like nothing else moves. It's just the mouth that's moving,
Uh-huh.
and the eyes like open, but like they're just staring sightlessly upward.
So I don't know if Zone of Truth, like, does that work on corpses? Or, like,
Yeah, I think it's-
is he able to make a
I mean,
save
go ahead and
because
post
he's
Zone of Truth in chat, I guess, and we'll
kind
see
of-
if it's just
he's,
like no
like,
one can lie here.
dead? No, you can make a save.
Oh,
So that's why I'm like, if he's dead and I'm speaking with dead, is he able to make the save, or is he just under the control of it?
interesting.
That's an interesting question.
So yeah. But I
would-
figured it's a second level spell. I can waste a second.
Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
mean, I think it would make the save like a normal, like its normal self.
Okay, so it needs to make a DC 13 charisma save.
Nope.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's aware that it's in a zone of truth, apparently, and it can only speak the truth.
Okay.
So the first question I ask is, why is the mother indisposed?
And you can tell it's frustrated, right? He's like, he realizes everything, right? Like that this zone of truth. He realizes the situation he's in. He knows who you are, and so he's just really mad about it all. So he kind of like fumes about it for a second, and then I think he says, so why is the mother indisposed?
I've got a quick question.
Mhm.
She brought back to life
The
the
shaman.
ogre shaman.
Yeah.
Okay, how's he able to talk to us?
Raia casts tongues on herself.
Oh,
Yep.
Raia has tongues now. Okay.
Yeah, if it is one of my third level spells.
She
but I
had one,
haven't-
and now she has two.
I haven't prepared it at all because, like, I have no use for it. I don't want
Yeah.
diplomacy or anything, but this will get information.
Yeah.
Powerful spell.
Yeah, I think. I mean, Damien is like hoping that you'll like transmit to him whatever the thing's saying.
Afterwards, Yeah.
So I think the shaman says she is waiting for something. You can see like he was deliberating how to say it in such a way that like it was vague but still true.
Okay, let me see, because I don't know if I would know this name or not. I don't know if I would we know like the name of like the snake people's like group?
The what?
Yes.
Like
we
this.
do know it. Oatley gave it to
The
us.
ogres group?
No, the snake people's group.
Yes, they're called the Empire of the Seven Serpents.
And we would know that as characters.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
I think it was talked about.
Wait,
Well, here, let
we-
me think about it.
I was going to say, I don't think so.
No,
You
I don't
don't
think so.
think
No,
so?
actually, no, yeah.
Okay.
Calvitas
That's what I'm trying to figure out,
was
like, what I
told
can
this,
say.
but not.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
weren't told
Yeah,
anything.
you guys weren't.
Okay.
The ogres told us, watch out for the...
It was just like serpents, yeah.
No,
The snake
they said
people.
watch out for the lizard
The lizard
colony.
people.
Oh, is that the ones that told us to
Yeah,
look for?
Yeah, the
thunder.
bitter tribe of the bitter thunder, yeah.
Yeah, the bitter.
Yeah, that was it.
That wasn't the snake people.
You did have a conversation with Oli about snake people, but he didn't give you any names, I don't think.
Oh, Seth.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad.
But
He was around for 13 episodes.
Okay.
Or 14, I guess, whatever.
Were you working with the snake people?
Yes.
I didn't prepare the right questions for this because I was gonna ask about the
Uh-huh.
orb.
You could ask about. Oh, don't want to give it too much.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, feel free to
You
like
could still ask
communicate
questions
this.
about the orb. I mean,
it's a glass orb. I'm not gonna ask questions about the other orb.
not gonna metagame it. Not gonna metagame it.
I mean, it's
Okay.
fine. I don't care.
Let's see.
Obviously, if they have one orb, they might be related. That's what I was gonna say.
It's a glass orb.
I'm fine with
But they-
collectively,
but they look-
group sharing this content.
It looks like a glass orb. All the glass orbs look like glass orbs.
But
Well,
why
I'm
would
just saying,
someone
like-
have a random glass orb is my question.
All I was gonna say is obviously the first one was created somehow. This one may have been in the process of getting there.
Would I have like as a cleric? Would I know that you like use glass orbs for certain spells?
Make a Arcana check.
Because like me, I know that like that's one of the components for some spells.
Mhm.
18.
Yeah, I mean, you know that there's components. They use as components to some spells, so it's possible that he was just trying to get it out to cast a spell before he died. Also, like it maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess that's the only thing you can think of because it's not magical. So unless he
Right.
thought it was magical and it wasn't, I don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
Okay, I'll.
I mean,
I'll-
it looks like a direct replica of the orb. Like it looks exactly like it.
Okay. I'll ask. What were you doing with the orb in your satchel?
What were you doing with the orb in your satchel? That's a very vague question.
I think that's a very specific question.
No, I can see how it's big.
Trying to kill you all. It's a valid answer to that question.
Um. Is the mother waiting for the snake people?
No.
One more question. Is anybody else have any
Yeah,
ideas
feel free to
of what I should
crowdsource this.
ask him?
Why did you attack us?
To kill us.
I mean, yeah, there you go.
What? You could see if he knows anything about who put a spell over Oatley's crew.
Oh, you can ask like who killed Oatley's crew.
But he might not know.
I mean, but he
That would be that might be valuable too, though, because that would mean they're just too.
You could ask him why Oatley, like
Was
why there
exiled.
was a fault. Yeah, why
We
he was
know
exiled.
that.
Oh,
It's
we did.
because they befriended us.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least that's the reason it was given. I mean, it's possible there's a different reason.
Thought he was exiled beforehand. Oh, never mind.
No, it was after.
Who who
Who are you working for? Ah.
No, what? I'm dead.
Who
who
were you working for?
That's a lot of people.
who prevented Oatley's group from coming to camp yesterday?
Yeah, and I think he starts like swearing, and like it's really funny because you're hearing this in like in your language, but like it's like weird things that you wouldn't consider like swear words, like sky above, ground beneath, like this sort of thing. But like it's the translation of what he's saying.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, so stuff like that, right? And then he says, like, those snake betrayers.
Okay, so now he just
And he goes,
re-dies.
yeah.
That's interesting. It may have not been.
So.
So Damien's
did they already leave to go? Well, Damien's there. He's the one who was gonna go do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they
This is
clearly
obviously
didn't
before.
leave.
I imagine this is pretty early in the morning. This is happening.
Yeah. So I want to go to.
Yeah, so
kind
Damien,
of
well, this is the
gather.
thing. Damien looks at you and he's like, Raia, what is the orb? You have to tell me.
Oh, I mean, this orb is nothing.
Right, I know that. But why was there an orb? Why are you freaking out about this orb?
Look, let me get this information to everyone.
Raia, I'm dying.
You're not dying.
Well, you know what I mean.
I can
Okay,
help
so
with that if you really want.
I just kind of start walking back to.
Yeah, and he like
part of
pouts as he walks behind you.
And I say,
Right now, Raia is me as the GM, and Damien is all of you.
come on.
What is going on?
Okay, so I want to gather like Toity and Ari and Akashi, right?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Oh yeah.
Akashi and Lord Navarro and Miggy, just
yeah.
like the main crew.
The crew, yeah.
And,
the squad.
Just kind of say, so I talked to Teakle.
Well, that.
Yeah, I just asked him a few questions.
And then Navarro raises an eyebrow. I thought that's the shaman? I thought he was dead.
He is.
Ah.
So
You knew we were going to do this with Oatly, so we wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, he just didn't expect it at first, but he's like, okay, I mean, sure.
So I found out that the mother of the ogres is indisposed because she's waiting for something. I don't know what she's waiting for, but it's not for the snake people, which I asked about because the ogres were killed with the venom. And the Teakle was working for them. And he said, I asked him who prevented Oatly's group from coming to camp yesterday. And he said those snake betrayers.
I thought you said he was working with them.
I don't exactly. I'm not exactly sure what that means. And he was telling the truth. He did this all in the zone of truth.
Yeah, Navarro's nodding to himself. Interesting.
At one point, there was like Fire Genasi and the snake that were working together.
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah.
That's when you were gone, so you technically wouldn't know that.
I mean, Akashi would have been caught up either way, probably, maybe if they.
I don't know if they
so.
gave you a rundown of everything they've done.
There's been so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember everything because I forgot about that.
Would any of you remember that or think about that?
What are we trying to remember?
That there was the snake person and the fire person who were working together that one time way long ago, and they attacked you guys.
I mean,
yeah, it's just another example of the snake people working with someone else. It seems, but who knows?
Yeah.
Why would he call them
Also,
betrayed?
the Fire Genasi, they're the ones that warned everyone about
About the snake people. Yeah.
Mhm.
well, Oatly said something like that too. He said, "Don't trust snakes."
But you met the Fire Genasi first too. They're the first people to warn you about them. You had seen some prints and then people who turned into snakes
Right.
before that, but then that was the first you heard wind of like who these people actually were. Oh, it was probably actually them. No, you guys do know about the Empire of the Seven Serpents then, because they would have told you that they
I
definitely.
don't
Oh,
think
well, then
they said
I
their
would've-
name.
Yeah.
They said the
that's
Seven
what-
Serpents. They definitely said the Seven Serpents. Maybe.
Okay, so
I'm
then
pretty sure they did.
when I was
I'll have a look again.
asking, if I would have known that, I would have used that name when asking questions instead of just snake people.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he would have given you the same answers.
This is all very confusing.
Yeah,
say
Damien.
both in
Damien
and out.
nods like, and then smiles. He's like, I know.
You seem oddly glad about that.
It's a mystery. I love mysteries. And as soon as Raia tells me about this orb, then maybe.
Orb.
I told you it was just a glass orb that's not magical.
There was another orb.
He hadn't
This is what you get for not telling Damien to keep his mouth shut.
Teoko had an orb in his satchel. It's non-magical. It's just an orb that's used to cast spells through.
Navarra looks at you, Toity. He's like looking around. He's like, wait a second. There's something going on here that I'm not aware of.
I just kind of look at Navarro and I just kind of go, Toity had a bad experience with orbs as a child. He doesn't like them.
All right, make a falsehood check. Or deception.
Deception,
Yeah.
you mean?
I'm thinking of a different game.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. So Navarro like just raises an eyebrow but doesn't say anything more.
Non-magical orb.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where? I want to be sure.
Navarro's
Seriously,
like,
Toity, you don't trust me?
I just want because this is honestly piquing his curiosity.
Then we see like Ari be like, Ixnay and the Orbe.
Oh, Ari just doesn't care. She's
Right.
she's literally like just standing in the back with her arms folded this whole time. Like,
Well, you ran away scared from the orb.
yeah, but I mean, like if Rise is non-magical, like
I
she's
thought there
just-
was a consensus though among the group of like we shouldn't talk about the orb.
no, there is, but Ari
Yeah.
just she just doesn't care right now.
Got
She doesn't care about anything right now.
Okay.
I walk out of the tent real quick and I bring in the satchel with the orb and I throw the orb to Toity. If you're really interested.
Can I just look at it just to see if it
So
to make
you,
sure?
you
Like,
have a pang of like irrational fear, Toity, when you see it in the air and you like
I have-
stumble
I
and
have-
catch it.
I have advantage against being scared.
Right, but like this is just like a pang, like where you're just like, oh my gosh, it's the orb, and then you like grab it and then you look at it and you're like,
I just want to
Nope,
kind of
it's not.
investigate to see if it looks like the same kind of orb.
it looks exactly the same.
I'm
But you don't hear any voices in your head. You don't hear, after that initial pang, you don't feel any fear or anything.
I'm gonna turn to Raia and say, "We'll talk later."
Toity, I'm not your therapist.
No. I have an idea. We'll talk later.
And Navarro's just like shakes his head. He's like, I don't.
It's
don't
not the time
either.
Do
nor
I
the
want
place.
to know?
I don't want to know.
Honestly, I have an idea. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, Navarro shakes his head. He's like, anyway. So, should we talk to the good ogre now?
Yes,
I mean,
please.
how much are we going to find out talking to Oatly? I'm just,
Actually good.
what are we wanting to ask him? Because you have to tell Damien the 5
Yeah,
questions.
Navarro looks
anyway.
at Toity like, I don't know what.
He's the one who has to ask the questions. How
I mean,
much
that-
is he actually going to know?
That's actually a good question. Now, when you found out that he was working with the snake people, I mean, okay, what more can we find out from them? And I don't know. And we could.
I was gonna say,
I think
does it have to be the person who cast it that asked the question?
I believe so because it says you.
Yeah,
grant-
until the spell ends, you can
like-
ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
Yeah, that's
Here-
why I was like, I would think it's.
Yeah.
Quick question, just to jog my memory. Who told us the mother was indisposed?
I think Oatly.
Then Oatly would be able to
Yeah.
tell us more of
Oh,
who
yeah,
she's waiting
probably.
Or
I mean, and Oatly probably wouldn't mind telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we could find
yeah,
out a
if
little.
you- yeah, that's fine. I
We could
mean,
find-
either way, or we could just skip all that and go to the ogre camp and kill everyone.
I mean,
I love how Toity just like almost agreed there.
I'm like, the other ogres don't like me anyway.
Mhm.
Oatly was my one in.
He was your only ogre friend.
Yep.
Man, poor Toity doesn't have any friends right now.
I know,
You're
really.
not
Pretty
wrong.
much.
I mean, but neither does Ari and neither does Raia, really.
I don't think either of you.
Darius
care
was everyone's friends, but nobody was each other's friends.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. We could find out who the mother was waiting for. We
Darius
could
was
find
the
out.
heart. Darius was the heart of the group, and now Akashi comes in, a stone cold dead killer.
We could maybe find out a little bit more about the person who,
Possibly, yeah.
who took control of him. I mean, you did get a lot answered. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we could just get more details.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking details right now.
I mean, it's not my day's spells that I'm wasting on it, so I'm fine.
Yeah. No, so let's figure out who the mother is waiting for. Let's just figure that out first, in all honesty. Who the mother's waiting for. See if he saw who took him captive, if you can remember. And kind of go from there.
Okay, yeah. So I think we just cut to that. Damien is standing over the body, and yeah, he looks at you, and I would assume you cast tongues on him, so we can.
Yep.
Oh, so I'm gonna be able to understand this conversation.
I'll
You will.
also cast. Have cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Because
I'm so excited because none of you know that I'm like a secret
Yeah.
language learner.
Yeah.
I
Which,
literally
do you
know
even
like
know at this
5
point?
languages. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because
Do
we
you-
long
do you
rested.
know that-
So.
I know, but I'm saying, do you know it yet?
Well, yeah, it depends.
I
So
think
let's set
so.
this in stone
So-
right now. Ari, is this like you legitimately learned the language by like studying it, or is this magic?
So I would like to
exclamation
think
point.
that Ari because Ari knows like 5 languages.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
I would
just
like to think that Ari is one of those
Polyglot.
people where
Yeah.
like she takes a crash course on like like she takes like Spanish 1 and she just somehow like knows the language
sure,
and
sure.
unlocks it. There's those people,
Yeah.
where they just know basic vocabulary and then they just
There's
know.
those people
Yeah.
who
They're
can
just
read
really
like
good
a whole
at
book in a
language.
day. And
Yeah.
then,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's
sure.
kind of what I'd like to think is that just like
Yeah,
through
yeah, I like
all
this.
of these that like she just knows
Yeah, I'm into it.
that she just like secretly learns languages and so she's just gonna like okay, I've kind of been picking this up and now I'm really gonna like get it now.
Sure.
So
Now that you
I'm so
have enough experience with the language,
right.
you've leveled up your knowledge. Oh boy. Anyway, so I mean, Toity, I assume you're going to be the one asking the questions here through Damien.
Well, yeah.
So what do you ask? Yeah, you hear.
I'll probably. I'll talk with the others. Like, so the first question we want to ask is, do you know?
Don't ask. Do you know? Just
Oh.
ask who. 'Cause
Do we want to ask like who cast the spell over you?
Well, he probably doesn't know that, to be honest.
Well, he mentioned something about a visitor.
Yeah, it's possible non-charmed. Oatly is a little
yeah,
bit more
then
cognizant.
just ask who was the visitor in the forest that you.
Yeah. Who was the
spoke of
visitor in the
yesterday.
forest you mentioned earlier?
Okay, yeah. We hear Oatly. He was a man with many tendrils, snake heads, hair and beard. He stole my mind, and then my body, and then my life. I'm sorry.
Oh, cast Revivify on him.
Too late.
No, it's
Is
not.
it too late?
You
I
have a
think it
minute.
is. Yeah,
Oh, you
what's
have
the one that?
you have a minute.
No, Revivify. I thought you had like a couple
Revivify
days.
is a minute, yeah.
You
What's
have
the
a
one that-
minute.
What's the one that you can use within like a few days?
That's Speak with Dead. That's what we're doing now.
No, there's like one that like if you cast it within a few days, you can like return,
If-
but they're not necessarily.
If I am near you and I have gentle repose prepped, then I can cast gentle repose, and then
And
you
keep
have
your
like
body
2
open.
weeks
From being decomposed, basically.
What?
Yeah.
What's the spell that like you?
So Raya, you didn't have gentle repose prepared yesterday,
She wouldn't have been around.
I did, but I wasn't there.
right?
And I wouldn't have gotten there within a minute.
Oh, it has to be within that minute. Okay, yeah. Got it.
What's the spell then that you cast and you like that have like a few days to bring them
Well,
back,
'cause-
but it won't be the right body necessarily.
Oh, the reincarnation.
Well, reincarnate can.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Well, see, like I could.
Oh, yeah,
cast
it's less than
gentle
a week. You can do
repose,
that one,
but
yeah.
it's still like gentle repose stops decomposition. But I think I'd have to cast it within a minute to still have
To
revivify
still have the,
work
yeah.
to
Yeah,
keep
that
the
makes
body
sense.
in that minute condition.
Yeah, so if it's like
For
you don't
2
have
months.
revivify, but you have gentle repose, you can prolong that until you
Right.
get revivify.
I
Yeah,
think that's how it.
yeah, I
would
think
work.
that. I think that's how it works.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So that was that. So
I'm just trying to think if
Devil-
there's a way to save Oli.
Sorry.
There isn't.
I think it's honestly, unless you guys think of a different way to word it, honestly, just probably the best to ask the same question: why is the mother indisposed?
Or you can just ask who is the mother waiting for. Even.
Who's the mother waiting? Would it make a difference if we say we know the mother's indisposed because she is waiting for someone? Who is she waiting for? Would that make any
I don't think it makes a difference.
I think it's fine,
And
yeah.
Oatly's not trying to lie to us either.
Right, but I think that makes it clear to him.
It clarifies
yeah,
what we're
what
trying
you're
to
trying to
ask.
ask. Yep. Yeah, I think he's seeing like there's just a moment of silence, and then he breathes in. She's not waiting for anyone. She's waiting to die. She's preparing for her road to awe.
Ooh.
Oh. I remember more about the mother because honestly, it's been a while.
I mean, she's just the normal leader of the ogres, and then since she was indisposed, that's when
The shaman was taken over.
Teocold was taking over.
Yeah.
Would it be useful to ask her if the mother knows if Teocold took over?
No, why does that matter?
If I don't know.
I mean, you have 3 questions left.
Can we ask like him? What does he know about the 7 serpents?
Yeah.
Sure.
We could also ask where is the mother?
I mean,
She's at the camp.
Yeah,
I'm
the assumption would
assuming.
be at the camp. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's clear from what Oli said. Like, she's not somewhere else. She's just at the camp.
Okay, just when we were there.
We didn't see her.
We didn't
like-
see
So
her.
I mean, so the ogre camp was in front of a big like hilly area, right? Like there was a
we
big.
didn't see the whole camp.
Okay,
yeah, you
that's
did.
true.
Yeah, there was.
We
there was
got
more.
stopped and almost killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sure. We asked about the snake people. What was the question?
Who are the 7 serpents?
Or what do you know about?
What
the
do you know
seven
about the 7
serpents?
serpents? Yeah. He says. I said that this information would be dangerous, Toity, but I'll tell you if you wish.
I do. I mean,
The 7 serpents are. They rule an empire on the mainland. They have enslaved the people of the flame.
Oh.
For uncounted centuries. The 7 serpents themselves are avatars of power. Snakes, serpents that have risen through the ranks to become beings of incredible might. The 7 serpents are dangerous, and so are their followers. I would stay away from them. That is all I know.
That's quite useful information.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
The Fire Lady did say something about that, though. I think about
She kind of
like,
hinted at it, yeah.
yeah.
well, because they left the island. They weren't natives to the island when they were here. We found it, if I remember right.
They left the mainland, yeah. They came from the mainland.
Yeah.
2 more questions, guys. I mean, I think that gave us a lot to work with.
Should we ask like what the preparation is for the how the mother is preparing? Like, does that matter? Like to know?
I don't know if that
I'm
does
just wondering.
matter.
I mean, Ari's interested to know how many ogres there are in his town camp.
Yeah.
How will we
camp?
take down the rest of the camp, sort of thing?
I mean, I don't think
By
he would
brute
want to answer
force.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, they betrayed
I mean, he
him,
still
but,
loves his people. He's not gonna.
Oh,
I mean,
you know
just
what?
ask how many ogres
I just realized
are in the
something.
camp.
What?
Mhm.
Caleb, should
Yeah.
the guy that slit Oatly's throat, should he have rolled to not trip on the ball bearings?
I mean, that wouldn't have mattered.
I think
You
you
can
can
just-
just
you can
take
just-
some time.
You could just move at half speed to not fall over, so that's what he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just entertained the idea. Well, guess I gotta kill you now. Oh, dirt.
And he just slips, drops the dagger, kills himself. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Suddenly we're in a comedy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da, derp.
Yeah, the screen goes black. There's just a little circle. That's all, folks.
But I want to know how many ogres there are.
Mm-hmm, when I asked
in
that.
the
That'd be useful information.
I guess he gives you an estimate about like, I don't know, 40 to 60, somewhere around there.
Oh, not for long.
Okay, we need to make this last one count.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Who lives on Drury Lane? Yes!
He's married to the Muffin Man.
Is there anything more useful to find out about the mother other than the fact that she's just waiting to die?
I mean, we could also ask him information about something about the fire people or about Shaboba if he knows anything.
Or who, like, would it be helpful to find out, like, who's going to take over for the mother? Like, the normal
That's
succession?
really good. Yeah.
So
Like,
how do you phrase
what's
it exactly?
What is the succession to take over for the mother? That
Yeah.
You guys?
It's a good question, honestly. I hadn't thought about it.
Ah!
I'll make up something. He says, a young ogress is taken from the ranks of the tribe and is involved in the ritual process itself. The road to awe. Death. It is the catalyst for creating another mother. And so our line continues. For without her, we would surely perish.
That's a question I wish I'd asked now. Why is the mother so important? I think it's just because it's a leader, though.
Yeah.
And then, Oli.
As he listens to the last breath, kind of, Toity just with like tears in his eyes says, goodbye, Oatly.
Goodbye.
Ari says goodbye in his language.
Excuse me?
And yeah, so I think like as he dies, his like breath.
Would Toity
You see
know that
his-
she was speaking another language, though?
No.
No, because you have
No,
comprehend language.
You
as well.
would.
Well, would I recognize that I'm hearing a different language, though?
I don't think so, and I don't think that's how comprehend languages works. Remember, you hear the literal translation of whatever it is.
But they would hear that it was something different.
Yeah,
Yes.
we would.
So I think like as he dies, right? Like re-dies, you see his face go into a little bit of a smile. Like I think directly because of Ari, you said that. Like he reacts to that.
No.
Aw. Ari's not trying to be sentimental. She's just
Yeah.
like, well, crap, we killed the one good thing on this island. Awesome.
Hey, there's still the fire in Aussie.
It's true.
I
They're
mean,
still around
it
here
isn't
somewhere.
really. I mean,
So yeah, That happened.
That's great.
So we've got a ragtag band of misfits who don't really give a crap about each other,
Yeah.
who are now completely disunited and who have a common goal to explore this island. And
I mean, that's basically how we started Terra Nullius.
That's fair.
So.
And then
Yeah.
Darius brought them all together, and then they've been torn apart again.
there's a dwarf-sized hole missing in everyone's heart.
So medium-sized.
Except Akashi. He has a different hole in his heart.
Oh,
It's where his heart
we'll
would be.
We'll figure that out very soon.
I think
Oh no, you won't. You will not figure that out. Potentially ever.
Dun dun dun.
I think after that, Toity will just sigh and say, "Okay, let's get moving."
So what's the plan, guys?
Well, as soon as we get back into camp, I go to Captain Mickey's tent.
Oh,
Not for
yeah,
reasons.
you do.
Okay, yeah. So Miggy is in there. Yeah, and I think he's looking through the book again, the flora and fauna book that he was looking at the other day. Yeah, and he just seems distracted. He says,
I walk in and I say, I'm here to get Darius's stuff.
he nods. He says, right, of course. They're probably around here somewhere. And he stands up, goes into a chest, opens it up, takes out the sandals, and then he looks and like on those like leaning against the tent wall, he takes temperance and gives it to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Kind of sucks. I don't get magic items or anything.
Nope, suck it.
real quick, I have a question, Caleb. Was Oatley wearing like a token or something on him that Toity could have taken as like remembrance of him?
Yeah, sure. Like, we could say that he has like a bone necklace of some sort they could take. Seems like a thing he'd have. It's very big on you.
I don't care. I'll shorten it up if I need to.
Yeah. Cinch the necklace part of it. Sure.
And then I don't have anything to do until sunset, but I have something at
Okay.
sunset.
Does anyone
that
else
I would
have
like to
anything
do.
before
Is that all?
sunset?
Is that all we're doing for the rest of the day?
I think so.
And then tomorrow we can start exploring again.
How far? Can I see the map and see how far the nearest text is?
Yes, indeed. What was I just gonna look up?
Oh, I actually did want to talk with Raia. Actually, now that I have the opportunity, because I have something actually.
Yeah, okay.
So, well, we'll wait till you're done with that.
Each text is how long?
30 minutes.
Okay, I think. I think Akashi like explores out about there we go. Do the thing. No, what are you doing? This is not Jordan. Stop. I think he explores out to like right here.
Sure. Just kind of like trips around the jungle.
Yeah, and then comes back.
Yeah, sure.
So that's 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he does that like in the middle of the night when everyone's kind of going to sleep.
Okay.
Before that, I wanted
Are
to
you
go
trying to do
through-
anything in particular, or just like ranging around?
I think he's you know what? I think he's looking around and specifically looking at like different plants and such and
Okay.
just kind of studying and trying to learn what kind of properties he can figure out.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. What do you? there's several things that could be used, I think, here. Either survival or herbalism kit. One of those. Probably survival, I think. Yeah, probably survival.
So just normal survival check?
Yeah, make a survival check. You're like, wow, these are really weird plants. I don't know how to use any of them.
Well,
Sucker.
I was gonna.
Ari just hates Akashi already.
Ari just hates everybody right
Yeah,
now.
that's fair.
I mean, you can still shoot a bow as potentially as well as Raia. I mean, as well as Ari. potentially.
Doubtful.
Hopefully
I have
better
a
than Raia.
+2 to my range.
You have a plus what?
I have a +2 to range.
Okay,
Weapons.
so what is your to hit on your longbow?
To hit.
Yeah,
As in, like, yeah, the attack bonus.
So my attack bonus is my dexterity, so it's like it's +8.
+8, yeah.
Ha! We have the same. That's awesome.
Nice.
So, I mean, yeah.
I want to see an archery contest between Ari and Akashi.
I mean, it's Ari. Come on.
Put an apple on Toity's head, and then you see you can shoot it off.
No, not happening.
Double that one. Well, looks like Seth's making a new character.
Ari and
Thought I
Akashi
was
shoot him in the
earlier.
face. So yeah, if nobody else has anything, I think that's fun chat. Yeah.
I wanted to go up to Raia with the orb, and I
Right,
walk up
right.
to her, and I kind of do try and somewhat secretly, just because so we don't alert the others about the orb.
Mhm.
So I go up to him, look, pull the orb out and say, I have an idea. Obviously, this one is not magical. You've said so yourself. I checked myself because I was feeling paranoid. But the way I see it, if this one is non-magical, we can use this as an opportunity to see how to destroy the other one.
That makes no sense.
Well,
yeah, do you want to try to?
This
like,
is a
throw it on the
glass
ground?
orb.
Do you want to just try throwing it on the ground?
No. My idea is my idea is if we can figure out how to destroy a non-magical one in the safety of our own camp, we could maybe use that information to try and destroy the magical one.
That
How
literally
does that
makes no
make
sense
any
because
sense?
artifacts are magical.
It's literally a glass
It's not an
orb.
artifact.
You throw it on the ground.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, like Raia, if you just took your mace right now and smashed it, would you do that? Is that a thing you
I
do?
would
Or
more so just smack it out of his hand. and
Oh, so it's
use
not
it-
like solid glass, it's hollow?
no, yeah, remember because the original orb was like that. It was really weightless. It's like way lighter than you
Okay,
thought.
I'm remembering the orb differently. I thought we
I
could
mean, you
use
never
this-
picked it up, so
No, I didn't. So Toity literally wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
He literally sees this as an opportunity.
it's very light. Yeah,
We could use this as an opportunity to figure out how to destroy the other one.
but yeah, I
That-
mean, Raia,
Toity.
if you hit it out of his hand, it just falls to the ground and breaks.
Yeah, that makes no sense, Toity. This is a glass orb with no magic in it. It breaks. That is an artifact. That can only be... It's created by someone extremely powerful or a god, and can only be destroyed by something very powerful or a god.
I see. I'm just... And Toity kind of sits down on the ground, looking at the glass. I'm just worried. Because if there's one orb out there that does the things that did to us, and he picks up a piece of glass, and there's signs that others exist, I'm worried
That
just how
other
many...
glass orbs exist, Toity. I don't understand your logic. There's glass
here's
orbs
what I'm saying.
everywhere.
If one of those orbs exists in those towers, there may be others just like it. And that
Okay.
concerns me.
I mean, it is a
Okay,
little
yeah.
weird that this is like an exact replica of it.
Yes, I understand glass orbs are common, but I mean, I look around have you seen that kind of thing anywhere else here? Does that not strike you as odd?
I mean, yeah, honestly, there's not a whole lot of, except for the beach, I guess. There's not a whole lot of.
I mean,
mean-
yeah, it's a little odd, but there's nothing that we can do to prevent this. I don't really understand what you're saying. Like, all we can do is go to the ogre camp and we can see if they have things set up to have somebody come and imbue things with power, but I don't know what answer you want from me. It's a glass orb.
I'm just saying, I'm just worried.
Toity's just being Toity.
That orb worries me, and the thought of there being more frightens me. And I don't get frightened too often.
I don't really understand what you want me to do about that.
I thought you would share the same concern. That walks up. Apparently not. I left saying when saying that.
Okay.
Toity's just like, he's not happy with the fact that there are more orbs out there.
I mean, you don't know that.
Well, there's 2. If there's 2
glass orbs that exist, period.
Glass orbs that exist in a place where we haven't seen technology that would require, because like would glass orbs like that be common even where we come from?
I honestly don't know a whole lot about glass orbs in the medieval era, but I would imagine that glass. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you haven't seen anything else made of glass here.
Yeah, we saw one thing,
Except
and we
for
thought.
Actually, wait. No, even the potions probably wouldn't be made of like it would probably even like bone, like or not bone, but like animal skin like flasks rather than like glass. So
like this is something that seems off to be in some place.
Off, yes.
So off in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
From the looks of it.
Yeah.
Something like Oatly wasn't lying. There's some messed up stuff that are scary possibly on the mainland.
Yeah.
We got no clue what we're dealing with.
Okay, yeah. Raia, what are you gonna do at sunset?
I'd like to go to the beach as the sun is setting.
Nice to see Raia change into her bathing suit, go on to the beach, have a margarita.
Oh yes, that's exactly.
Light a tiki torch.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to ritually cast Water Walk. And I'm going to drag the raft out into the ocean. And it lasts an hour, so far enough where like I can tell it's not going to be coming back to the shore.
Yeah.
Because I figure with my really awesome survival checks, I would have been able to figure out how far that would be. If I walk 20 minutes into the ocean with this, I feel like it's not going to come back.
Sure.
And then I have my little...
And that's when getting attacked by a sea monster. Just kidding.
I have my little...
Man, wouldn't that be a jerk move?
And I light the raft on fire and kind of like push it away from me. And as I do so, I say whatever like my... prayers that I would say for
your religion,
for my religion, and just kind of like traditional like tiefling kind of death ritual prayers, but I speak it all in Dwarven.
Would I are we here for this?
No, this is just Raia.
Okay.
If you creeped up, it's not like I was trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, you could be sneaky.
I think he does kind of come up because if I'm not mistaken, aren't there tieflings in Japan?
There can be. There certainly can be. I imagine that there is probably like the world is cosmopolitan enough that you can find any race anywhere. There will be different varieties all over the place, but like the main places that they come from are like the places we've designated. So like Africa is tiefling land, but
Africa is tiefling land.
Yeah,
what
Africa is
what was China/Japan?
Elves.
Okay.
Yeah, so any of like the East Asian, Southeast Asian would be elves most likely. So
okay,
the different varieties of elves. So like China, so you like India is like forest elves, right? Like wood elves, and China is like high elves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there might be tieflings in Japan, but if they were, they would probably be very alienated because that sounds like Oni stuff to me. weird yokai sort of a thing.
Okay.
Are you from Japan, Jordan?
Yeah, I am.
So is Sayori.
I wonder if they like. There's a chance that they. I mean, it's a small island. There's
Well,
a chance.
no, my monk people were all females because
Oh,
Yeah,
It
she was
was-
part of a very specific all-female monk monastery.
maybe you were like our rival clan or something.
do you have the name of the rival clan?
No.
Okay. I mean, there
What if your clan was an all-guy clan and it's just like
It's an all-girls clan and an all-guys clan, and they can only
They're
meet up
rivals.
twice a year for sanctioned dances.
Right.
It's really awkward.
No,
They're
Actually, for sanctioned fights,
Yeah.
to see which clan is better, they put up like their
Yep.
best female and their best male warrior.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna say no because your characters don't know this yet, and I
Yeah,
guess
it seems unlikely that with your backstory that I know, Jordan, that
Yeah.
yeah.
it
that's
is
the case.
unlikely. I'll say that, and I might reveal that later for inspiration.
Yes, please do.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, Akashi, sorry, you were sneaking up on Raya.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not anymore.
Boo.
I mean, she's in the water, so.
Because I was gonna say, because if tieflings had come from,
Right.
well, no, I guess he would like have some sort of knowledge about their traditions and rituals. So I think he would like kind of stand in observance in the background and just watch somberly.
I mean, yeah, you easily lose sight of her as she walks out into the ocean, but
Yeah, so you don't know what she's doing.
Do I though?
Well, because
yeah, she walked
like
20
20
minutes
minutes
out
away.
into the dark ocean at night.
And then you might see some flames
Yeah.
out in the distance.
If only I were level 9, I could just go out there with her.
Nice. Yeah, so that's what we see. We see Darius get a weird hodgepodge double funeral today. Ari and Raya. Yeah, and I think dawn dawns on the day of November 30th, 1492. What's the plan?
Wow.
Where are you guys going?
So,
what's that, Jordan?
nothing. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, where do you guys go? What do you guys do? You just head out, or
Head out.
Yeah,
and
would this be a good time for a break before we
Yeah, I was
start?
yeah,
gonna say.
sure. Mhm. Yeah, that's totally cool. All right, yeah. We'll be back with some more Terra Nullius right after this. I'm excited to finish out the episode. All right, stick around.